Okay, so we're going to do a little bit more figurative language practice today. I'm going to attach this doc, which is just it's like an interactive notebook. It's like a handout. Just gives you a little bit of just a reminder of what allusion is. I know we've talked about it before in school. We've talked about all the different figurative languages, but we're just going to go through and practice them to make sure everybody has a good handle on them. So allusion is one that I remember we talked about a lot when we were doing Number the Stars. So it just is in a short story, a novel, a poem. An allusion is a reference to something in history, literature, the Bible, mythology, etc. It's used to make a larger point with fewer words. So remember when we read Number the Stars, there was a whole part, like a chapter in the book, where they were referring to the Little Red Riding Hood. So they were kind of, the author, Lois Lowry, was comparing the main character. Oh my gosh, I just forgot her name. Johansson is the last name. What is it? I want to say Annabelle, but I know that's wrong. What the heck? Oh my gosh, it's going to come to me. Anyway, they're comparing the main character to the Little Red Riding Hood, and that is, of course, allusion. So here's another example. Just in case you forget, it says Terry was no Scrooge, but he spent his money wisely. So the underlined portion is an allusion to the novel A Christmas Carol, where the main character Scrooge is grumpy and nasty. And if you call somebody a Scrooge, that means that they're a grumpy person. The Amory, I remember. Amory was compared to, sorry, that was going to drive me crazy, to the Little Red Riding Hood. Anyway, so the author uses allusion to tell the reader, in this case, when they're comparing him to Scrooge, that he is not a cheap man like Scrooge. So if you're calling somebody grumpy or super cheap, that's Scrooge. So if you're saying he's a Scrooge, then he's a cheap, grumpy person. If you're saying he's no Scrooge, then he's not like that. Note, an illusion is different from an illusion. An illusion is what magicians use in their magic acts. It's like all an illusion. Illusion, that means it's like a magic fancy trick. An allusion is when you're referring to something that everybody knows about. It's usually like a popular movie, a popular book, an event in history, something like that. And I do remember we talked about and did a few activities, especially when we were reading that particular novel. So we're just going to go back to a little practice on that. I have also attached a Google form. It does ask you to indicate if you think it is an illusion and then tell what the illusion is. So I will pull that up quickly. I believe it is this one. No, this one. Sorry, sometimes my computer is getting very slow. Yeah, so it wants you to read the sentence below, type the allusion, and explain what it means in the space provided. So type the allusion, what is it alluding to, and what does it mean? So the teacher, I'm going to do the first one. The teacher handed Timmy his poem. Nice work, Mr. Shakespeare. So obviously the allusion is Shakespeare. And what does it mean? William Shakespeare is a famous writer, so the teacher is complimenting Timmy on his writing. So you could just write the allusion is Shakespeare, and it means that he's a good writer. Okay. It does obviously the feedback answer. It does not have to be the exact, but it should be close. It could be obviously in your own words. So I know that Shakespeare is the allusion because he's calling him Shakespeare. And we all know that Shakespeare is a famous writer. And so that means if someone calls you a Shakespeare, that means he thinks I'm a pretty good writer. Okay, so that is what you are need to do today. There are, I think there's 20 of these, and there's about 12 on the reading one. So not too bad. And I'm going to give you a little break, a little bit on the writing today, since we just finished our final drafts, and I'm still waiting for some. So so we're going to get a little break on writing today. I hope to see you all today on our Zoom call later today. All right. See you soon.